Is there a cure for tinnitus 2023? Currently, tinnitus has no cure and there are no effective medications. Its causes are complex and it can affect proper sleep and job effectiveness as well as lead to depression. Most people report occasional bouts of tinnitus, but about 5% of all patients deem it to be distressing or disruptive to daily life. What is the treatment for tinnitus 2023? At this point in time, there is no effective treatment or cure available for tinnitus. It has been found that electrical stimulation of the inner ear can reduce and in some cases eliminate tinnitus. Can tinnitus be cured in the future? There have been many important tinnitus research discoveries in 2023 and 2024 for potential tinnitus cures and treatments. Tinnitus can be such a difficult condition to live with, but there is hope as many groups work tirelessly on a cure from different angles. How did William Shatner cure his tinnitus? Shatner's treatment involved wearing a small electronic device that generated a low-level, broadband sound, a white noise, that helped his brain put the tinnitus in the background. What is the new research about tinnitus? Researchers find a link between traffic noise and tinnitus. There is a correlation between traffic noise and risk of developing tinnitus, researchers have found. They point to a vicious cycle involving stress reactions and sleep disturbance as a potential cause. Is there any hope for tinnitus sufferers? There is currently no cure for tinnitus. But it can be effectively managed with hearing aids, behavioral therapy, and/or sound therapy depending on the individual. Why can't we cure tinnitus? There is no cure for tinnitus because tinnitus is not actually an illness in and of itself. Rather, it is a symptom of other hearing health issues like noise damage or age-related hearing loss. It can also be caused by various health uses and certain medications. Does Keanu Reeves have tinnitus? Keanu Reeves, who you've probably seen in The Matrix, Bill Ted's Excellent Adventure, or John Wick, reported having tinnitus in his left ear. However, when later asked about his condition, he explained that it no longer bothers him. How does Barbra Streisand cope with tinnitus? She waited for years to see an audiologist about her problem because she was afraid to find out what the problem was. An audiologist has helped her to manage her tinnitus and she has never let it hold her back. How can I train my brain to stop tinnitus? If one has something in their environment that sounds like their tinnitus, the brain has a source to attribute to the sound and is able to become more relaxed. There are many ways to implement sound therapy. Common at-home methods can include turning a fan on, listening to music or the TV. Why do doctors not care about tinnitus? Many doctors simply never become aware of any actual treatments available for tinnitus sufferers. Another issue is that doctors often feel uncomfortable addressing the psychological and emotional impacts of a problem like tinnitus. Is tinnitus cure found in Japan? In Japan, Yokukan-san, a TCM herbal formula, was found to cure tinnitus in 2 weeks on a patient enduring such a problem for 3 years, Okamoto et al., 2005. Can B12 cured my tinnitus? The patients in Group A with a B12 deficiency showed improvement in their tinnitus severity index scores following treatment. Unfortunately, there was no improvement in the treatment group participants who did not have a vitamin deficiency. Can tinnitus go away after 3 years? Will my tinnitus ever go away? The greatest majority of new tinnitus cases will resolve within 6 to 12 months of onset. If your tinnitus is more long-standing, it is likely that you will hear it less over time, even if it persists beyond this period. Does tinnitus go away with age? The prevalence of chronic tinnitus increases with age, peaking at 14.3% in people 60 to 69 years. Where do you massage for tinnitus? Studies show that massage of the neck, ear, and chewing muscles can provide significant improvements for those with tinnitus. If you're desperate for a way to treat tinnitus, a massage that focuses on the ears, head, and neck may be just what you need to alleviate your tinnitus symptoms. Does Liza Minnelli have tinnitus? When Liza Minnelli won an Academy Award in 1973, her excited father shouted so loud while sitting next to her that it caused permanent damage to her left ear. She continues to live with tinnitus and permanent damage to her hearing to this day. Which famous person has tinnitus? I suffer from permanent tinnitus, which means I've got this constant ringing in my ears. Which has also made me somewhat deaf, or conveniently deaf, as Sharon calls it. How can I enjoy life with tinnitus? The tips below are designed to help you cope with tinnitus and fully enjoy your life. Utilize background noise for relief, reduce stress and anxiety for relief, monitor your diet for relief, try tinnitus therapies for relief, join support groups for relief. Does Barbra Streisand still have tinnitus? She's not sure what caused it, but the ringing in her ears came on abruptly while she was at school and hasn't gone away since. She waited for years to see an audiologist about her problem because she was afraid to find out what the problem was. Do people with tinnitus live long? While it has no clear cure or cause, it affects millions of people in the world on some level and can be challenging to cope with. Thankfully, it's entirely possible to live a normal life even with tinnitus. What herbs help tinnitus? Tinnitus, definition, etiology, and epidemiology. Current treatments. Ginkgo biloba, ginkgo, bojunggikatang and banhabekshal konmatang, traditional Korean medicine, gushen pianas. Panax ginseng, ginseng, garlic. Yokukansan. Can tinnitus be cured by surgery? If you have an acoustic neuroma and suffer from tinnitus, the tinnitus may be resolved through a surgical removal of the acoustic neuroma. In a 1981 research study of more than 400 patients, 45% improved their tinnitus with the surgical removal of the acoustic neuroma. Is there a cure for tinnitus? NHS? There's not usually a quick fix for tinnitus, but it will often improve gradually over time. A number of treatments are available to help you cope. If your tinnitus is caused by an underlying health condition, treating the condition will help stop or reduce the sounds you hear. What is the new medicine for tinnitus? Researchers are at work on a phase 2 trial of the experimental drug OTO-313, which investigators hope will relieve tinnitus in patients with hearing damage by reducing the activity of damaged, overactive auditory nerves in the cochlea. OTO-313 is an injectable drug administered to the eardrum.